perspiration on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
What the hell is love? Why should I wait?
Subscribe.
Bring up feet to the fire of the red bug yonder.
All the songs I wrote in vain for you, who sing them in bad faith. Bad faith, making noise in bad faith. Sincerely yours in bad faith. I'm making noise in bad faith. Sincerely yours.
Hey there. Thanks for joining me, Steve. Thanks for having me, Steve. Preliminary testing is showing that listening to Robert LaSalle music at least twice a day can lead to longer life expectancy. Is that right, Steve? That's right, Steve. People who listen to Robert LaSalle at least twice a day are still alive. Very interesting statistic indeed. I've been listening to Robert LaSalle for like an hour, and I'm still here. I'm older, but I'm still alive. I think it really works. You listen. I'm gonna start listening to Robert LaSalle every day. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Robert LaSalle music will help you stay alive. You will live longer. Oh, that's correct, Steve. See, the nature of time and space is that it's going to happen regardless. Is that right, Steve? How fascinating. Hey, let's listen to another song.
Pull all your tricks out when you leave. I don't think you'll ever be through with your schemes. I'm sure that you'll never pull them back on me. Playing bad habits, see it ain't like that. Never mind falling out, laughing off the bed. I ain't no laughing, see it ain't like that. Never mind pulling out magic from your head.
Yum. Yummy. Yeah. Oh, that was so pretty, that song that we just listened to, wasn't it, Steve? Oh, it was indeed, Steve. Let's hear from another caller.
I'm calling from the pit of hell to tell y'all, listen to Robert LaSalle music make you get real old. And to me, I've been listening since I was 11, and now I'm 70. My wife tells me this hat makes me look younger. Oh, this is my favorite Robert LaSalle song. I listen to this song over and over and over, and look what happened to me. I'm still alive. It's good news. I'm 70. Sometimes I feel like it's a bad thing that I live this long, because I gotta eat virgin blood every morning, or else I can't even get out of bed. I live in a coffin now, but listening to Robert LaSalle music is, I'm still here on the earth, and that's a good. I try to stay optimistic.
Well, that sounds fucking weird. Hey guys, you're listening to too much Robert LaSalle music. It's when you listen to Robert LaSalle every day, and then you become 70. You want to hear another song?
Not gonna wait for the sake of living. I'm gonna live for the sake of living.
video, Robert LaSalle's just taking his clothes off. Isn't that right, Steve? Actually, Steve, that video is a work of art. It's one shot, continuous all the way through. And if you notice, it's slowed down. The whole thing was shot at 250% and then slowed down all in one take. So that's what that is. Although, it is vain. Give you that. You notice that people, what they call artist is really just vanity. Yeah, if you look at recordings in the 20s, it's like this big guy and his band, and then the singer's not even credited. Shit. Look here, Steve. Look right at the very end of this video. You can see that it's Nashville. You see the Batman building right there. You know what Nashville sounds like? When I look at other races, I look into their faces. I can just tell that I'm better than them. I know I'm better. I know I'm better. I know I'm better 'cause I got white skin. Oh, and I look into the mirror, I can see clear. I was born white, y'all was born ugly. Look into the mirror, y'all see it clear. I know I'm right, 'cause I was born me. I know I'm right, 'cause I was born me. Short clip from Robert LaSalle's racist period. It was an interesting time, wasn't it, Steve? Oh yeah, Steve, it was an interesting time indeed. You know, Picasso had his blue period, Robert LaSalle had his racist period. Well, Steve, you know that old Tennessee saying, racist, period. No, man, I ain't racist. Same with tea down the shop, like, you know, we pals, man. I mean, I got black friends and stuff. One time I said hi to him, and he was like, "Hey," and I was like, you know, like we go way back. Yeah, I like black folks, man. I just hate them. This program is brought to you by the entire state of Tennessee, producing shitty presidents since right after Abraham Lincoln was shot. No, before that. Producing shitty presidents since the Jacksonian demagoguery. That motherfucker is on your $20 bill. Tennessee, where we make whiskey in a place called Lynchburg. I wonder what that was named after, Steve. I don't know, Steve. David Lynch, perhaps. That's a good guess, Steve. Tennessee, we produce whiskey and shitty music about tequila. And rivers. Shout out to the Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, and Creek, and Seminole. Y'all can come back now. Never mind. There's no room.
I've been so I never have known to go. I never have known to save my soul. Leave me with the moonshine. Let me sing, sing long to the night. If you're gonna strike me dead, rocket those ember burning red. Keep on feeding the fire. The sky's falling, the thunder's pounding. Oh, I got the fury, I got the flame. Well, I'm going back up to the mountain, like those embers in the rain. Leave me with the moonshine. Let me sing, sing long to the night. I'd rather hang my head and see those embers soaking.
Amazing feat, that song. Oh, yes, it is, Steve. He was naked when he performed and wrote that one backwards. And now let's hear from one of our callers.
Hey there. I'm calling in to ask if I if I listen to Robert LaSalle backwards, does it take years off my life?
That's an interesting question, Steve. I haven't the slightest clue. Do you, Steve? I don't know, Steve.
I done listened to so much Robert LaSalle, I became shivandy.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. It's best not to listen to too much Robert LaSalle music because you will live to be shivandy. Now let's hear from another caller, Steve. Listening to the Robert LaSalle, it also helps with the smoking. I quit smoking, and my wife, she lost 80 pounds. We're listening to Robert LaSalle every day. That's right there, yeah. I was 80 pounds heavier before, and then I started listening to Robert LaSalle, and look at me now. I can't believe it. I just want to make sure that everybody knows. I keep moving across the U.S. I think I originally came from Ireland, then I went up to Minnesota, and then I went over. Now I'm a Jewish woman from. No, I'm Irish again. I can't tell what's going on. I'm from everywhere. Holy moly! Robert LaSalle made me Italian. I listen to Robert LaSalle music and I become an international figure. I feel so cultured. Look at how cultured I am. You heard it here first, Steve. Listening to Robert LaSalle can help you lose 80 pounds and make you from all over the world.
Don't you try to palm me off on the Lord. Well, I'll die in the same place where you bought me. If I'm gonna burn out, well, I'll burn out in the storm.
Okay, we have a caller now coming from a very strange location.
I just calling to say, listening to Robert LaSalle made me turn into a cat. It's very strange being a cat.
Thank you all for coming out.
I have grown a fascination with very small things, like mice. I can't take my eyes off of little things that move. When there are little things and they're moving, I have to watch. And sometimes I pat like this. But before I started listening to Robert LaSalle, I wasn't a cat. I used to be a fish. Now I want to eat fish. You can only imagine what it's like to have come from a fish family and then to turn into a cat and want to eat the fish. I don't know what to do. My whole family, they all fish. And I'm hungry. I'm very hungry. Do I eat the fish? Even though there's my mom?
It's a very odd question indeed, Steve, isn't it? Oh, it is, Steve. Just eat them. They're just fish. As Kurt Cobain once said, it's okay to eat fish because they don't have any feelings.
Oh, thank you so much. I have been so hungry. I'm going to eat mom now. Bye-bye.
Alrighty then, he's going to eat his mother. That's good news. Alright, what do you say, Steve? Let's listen to another song. Did you say Robert LaSalle is still homeless? That's right, Steve. He doesn't make any money, and he's being forced to do really drastic things, like make silly YouTube clips to try to promote his music, because no one he's ever worked with ever did their job. Alarming. They say the music industry isn't doing well, but really what they mean is there is no more music industry. There's an entertainment industry, but that's mostly like, butts. It's people's butts. Is it true that Robert LaSalle is releasing 17 years worth of video and music? That's right, Steve. It's music that most people never heard because Robert LaSalle was always in some kind of shitty contract, working with a dysfunctional team of people who screwed everything up. But the music still exists, and now it's all going to be available on this YouTube channel at, Robert LaSalle Music. It's youtube.com/Robert LaSalle Music. You should fucking subscribe now.
I believe all a worthy cause. Sleep is not all I've lost. Some dreams just born to rot. One more is all I got. It's not over. This is not goodbye. I'll sing you one more lullaby. One more. One more. One more lullaby.
Hey y'all, I'm Deputy Duke Don Dan. Here to tell y'all about drug safety. Oh, well, as a deputy, I worked down at the sheriff's department, but this is my wife Martha. Well, I'm married into her family got land in Scotland. We inherited it, so I'm a Duke. Deputy Duke Donald Daniels. Just call me Deputy. Just call me Deputy Duke Don Dan. Deputy Duke Don Dan. Yeah. She don't talk much. She's she's silent type usually. Anyways, I was going to tell you about listening to Robert LaSalle. Actually, listening to Robert LaSalle music can keep y'all off drugs too. Keep your children off drugs. I mean, it's good for fires. It putting out fires, and it actually prevents forest fires. Listening to Robert LaSalle while you're hiking in the woods, you won't see forest fires when you're hiking and you're listening to Robert LaSalle. You can actually learn CPR because there's a lot of songs that are at the right BPM for y'all to do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, beating the heart. So it's good for saving lives, for putting out fires, and drug safety. So I recommend listening to Robert LaSalle, day and night, no matter who you are. Really, I mean, it's for safety. I mean, listen to Robert LaSalle. Safe. She breathes. Well, I'm Deputy Duke Don Dan. I approve this message.
Welcome back to Casserole Nation. I'm your host, Steve, and this is Steve, and we're both Steve. Aren't we, Steve? Yes, we are, Steve. That's great, Steve. Our first guest comes from a beyond the grave. His name, we all know, synonymous with dead. Robert F. Kennedy.
Hi, I'm Robert F. Kennedy. You and your family deserve Robert LaSalle's music. We all deserve the same music. Robert LaSalle's music. People who were born into wealth and people who weren't. I believe that we all can do this together. Casserole. Robert LaSalle's Casserole. Yummy. Together we can consume the music, carrots, and the peas. Now, some people say carrots and peas don't belong in the same casserole. But I believe that we can do this together for the Union. Hold together this great nation. Together is the key word. Usually use eggs to keep it together. Before you want to preheat the oven.
Oh, there's gonna be music video, lyric videos, and poetry and poems and skits and all kinds of shit on this channel. Is that right, Steve? That's right, Steve. It's all gonna be at youtube.com/Robert LaSalle Music. That's extraordinary, Steve. There is another website. You can just go straight to robertlasalle.com and listen to everything. You can also download everything for free. But Robert LaSalle's a fucking broke person who has no money and he's homeless. So you might want to, if you're going to download or even listen, maybe consider just donating some money, supporting the artist. Because, streaming pays 0.006 cents.
Robert LaSalle wants your money because he doesn't have any money of his own. I just want to say one last thing. Like and subscribe.
Free at last, free at last.
Surrender.